anyone out there. My name is Sarah Buyucan. I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And today's video, I want to continue to talk about Caregiver, and I want to answer some of your questions regarding I make the video yesterday. And today, I'm here again. My morning routine here in Calgary. So, yeah, you have to stay until the end of this video because I want to answer some of your questions. I prefer to make a video instead of answering, because some of you guys are keep on asking questions, hey? So you see, this is what I love here in Canada, guys. I don't have to put my clothes outside to dry. I just put in the dryer. But these are the sheets from the massage and physio last night. Okay, so I'm here in 12 Tribes Massage Clinic again, doing my routine morning jobs here in Canada, guys. Okay, so while the massage therapist is not yet here, I'm doing all these jobs. Okay, sometimes if I cannot come here, they do it for me. They do the cleaning, and they're awesome people, you know. So anyway, you see that? You have to remove this. Yeah, I teach my sister-in-law when she come here in Canada, because we don't have this in Philippines, hey? So we need to be honest, we don't have this in Philippines. Some only rich people, they can have that, hey? But see, that's simple. And look, this is my washing machine. So I wash while it's drying. So but today, because it's already dry, I'm going to dry the sheets that is already washed. You see? That's so simple, hey? I love it. That's why I told my husband, this is what I love in Canada, and I'm glad I'm here in these countries, because I hate washing clothes in my hand. I swear. Oh my gosh. You know, because I grew up, I'm only the girl in my family. So, you know, in back home, you're only the one, because you're only the girl in the family. You need to do all this job. Oh my gosh, I hate it. Like washing the dishes, washing the clothes. I wash the clothes of my 5 brothers. Oh my goodness. So this is how I do. This is how we do. Wash. So anyway, and because some of you guys are asking me questions regarding about the caregiver, you know, so sometimes we need to do this one, eh? And yeah, it's no more. Then close it, and then ready to dry. Then ta-da-dang! Wait for like 30-40 minutes, then it's all dry again, and then just fold. That's simple. I love that. Just tell you honestly, it's so easy. Washing the clothes, just put there in the washer and then dry. The only thing you have to do is to take the clothes that is dry and then fold. Sometimes you need to iron. We don't do ironing. I don't do ironing, okay? Some people they do, but I don't, okay? Just fold. But sometimes, you know, the dry clothes is still there in the dryer for like a week, and it's the time to find my clothes. I go and look on the dryer. Holy cow, lazy me, huh? I don't know who is relate to me like that, because some people is same like me. Smells good. I have 3 questions today from my subscribers, and I am going to answer, okay? So it's from Anna. She said, "Hi Sarah, what is the duration required for nanny caregiver course? Can I add 3 months nanny care and a separate first aid plus CPR certificate for the applications?" Okay, based on my sister application, I sent her to study caregiver. Okay, she's an elementary teacher in back home in Philippines, but I sent her to study caregiver course. So I don't know in your country, in Philippines, some school they offer 6 months course or 8 months course, but my sister take it for 6 months. Okay, and she have a certificate. She have a certificate for the first aid and CPR. Okay, If you are applying for the caregiver under the home child care pilot program and home support pilot program, guys, the most important you need to submit is your credentials here in Canada. It's either you submit to West. It is important for you guys to submit your credentials here in Canada. It doesn't matter you finish your course, your caregiver course in your country. But if you don't have your education, you cannot be qualified for this program, guys, okay? And when you get your course, caregiver course in your back home, attach those in your applications, okay? Because as I said, the most important is your credentials, okay? Just submit your, because I asked my sister-in-law, so what happened to your diploma in caregiver and your certificate of your CPR? And she said, I just attached them all in the application when they submitted their application here in Canada to the immigration, okay? So the most important is your education, guys, your credentials, because that's where they base your application for your permanent resident. But if you really want to go and take a course for a caregiver course, then it's good, and you are not direct hire, meaning to say you're going to apply on your own. And if the employer saw that you have the background for caregiver, you have the training, then it's a plus factor for you. They might hire you here in Canada. Education is one of the most important in this program, guys. Another question, guys. I have old IELTS results. Is it okay? Okay, so IELTS result is what I know, but please do your own research. It's a 2 years validation, okay? So if it is expired, you have to check your expiration. I visited Canada last week. Oh, you just visited my country. I have done my medical also, but I couldn't stay long time. So I am back to my country. Can you suggest me what to do? Please reply. I am 50 years old. It doesn't matter. Okay. In this caregiver program, guys, there's no age limit. You just mentioned you just came to Canada, but you left and you are now in your country. Meaning to say, you might have a multiple entry visa to enter Canada. You might have still a visa to enter Canada. So might as well come back to Canada, look for a job while visiting Canada, because most of the people who come to Canada as a visitor visa, they took advantage to find a job here, okay? Because sometimes it's good when you are here, you still have your visa there, you come back to Canada and look for a job. But this is a visitor visa. It's not guaranteed you can find a job easily, because you're going to look for an employer who can provide you LMIA, like labor market impact assessment, for a work permit, so for you to stay in Canada and work in Canada legally, okay? Remember, guys, when you are visitor visa, you're not allowed to work in Canada, okay, until you get your work permit visa by approval from the immigration, okay? So take note for that, and I hope I answer your questions. Okay. Another question, guys, here. Hello, Sarah. I'm a nurse in my country with diploma in nursing. Can I apply? Of course. If you're a nurse, but as I said, it's not necessarily related to nursing for you to apply for this program, Caregiver, in Canada. Because my sister-in-law is not a nurse. She's a teacher. And she was being approved from the immigration. Okay, so you don't need to be a nurse. You can be an engineer. But at least if you're an engineer, of course, you need to go study at least caregiver for you to have like a background for caregiving, right? Because you're an engineer. But if you're a nurse, it's okay. You don't need to study caregiver, because, you know, you're already a nurse. You know how to take care of patients who are sick. And it's related to caregiving, right? But if I were you, if you're a registered nurse in your back home, you don't need to come and work as a caregiver if you don't have employer here. Why don't you just apply directly as a nurse in Canada? It's because, especially if you live in Alberta, they are accepting registered nurses. You can apply here as a nurse in Alberta or in Saskatchewan, because they are hiring nurses, educated nurses, in Canada already, because they need nurses. So for more information, just to make it sure, guys, go and do your research. Canada, official Canada website, canada.ca, hiring nurses, registered nurses here in Alberta. We need nurses here. So if you want to work as a registered nurse, you want to work here in Alberta as a nurse, try to apply. Okay, you don't need to work caregiver. But if you have your employer with you, direct hire, you have employer, someone is going to hire you to come here and work as a caregiver, then might as well apply, but you need to complete the requirements. Okay guys, because requirement is most important for this program, the home child care pilot program and home support pilot program. Education is one of the most important to this, because you are applying for your permanent resident at the same time. Okay, and I think that's all for today, guys. So yeah, I rather make a separate video and answering all your questions, because it helps for other applicants out there, because I don't want to keep on repeating and answering and people are keep on asking and asking. Okay, so disclaimer, this video is for informational purposes only. I'm not an agent, I'm not an immigration consultant who giving you professional advice. So what I'm sharing is just based on my own experience and what I read and what I know what's going on. So for you to know more information about Canada, do your own research, go to Google. Okay, Google, and then if you want to come in here and work in Canada, what type of job you want to come and what type of job you want to do here in Canada, and then do your own research. But anyway, that's all for today, and take care everyone, and God bless. Bye.